Hi everyone, 19 minus 11 is 8, easy, times 4, that's 32, divided by 8, that's 4. 4 times 8 equals 32. So the answer must be 4, and that is incorrect. The answer is not 4. I'll show you different ways to solve this tricky math problem. I know some of you don't like the butterfly method, but I'll also introduce that in this video. Also, I'll help you solve this tricky geometry triangle problem. It's a what's the area of the triangle? And let me go ahead and do that first. So here's a triangle, right? And it's saying that there are two equal sides. That's what an isosceles is. You have two equal sides. So two sides are equal. And they're saying that is 10 centimeters. So we have two sides, both being 10 centimeters. And then the length, as the base, is 12 centimeters. So they want us to know what is the area of this triangle. So the area for a triangle is A equals 1/2 base times height. Now, some of you might just plug in 1/2. Well, you don't plug in 1/2, but you'll plug in 12 times and then the height 10, and that's going to give you the wrong answer. So don't do that. What you need to do is figure out the height. 10 is not the height. The height is starting from the top of this triangle all the way down to the bottom of the triangle, the base. So this is the height. So we need to figure that out. And notice how I split the triangle in half. So we have a right triangle. And then if the base is 12, that means half of that is 6, right? So now we have the base, we have the hypotenuse, how do you say hypotenuse? Hypotenuse, that's the 10, that's the diagonal side. And then we need to figure out the height. So then we can plug in the height into the formula. And then we'll add the base back to normal. So go from 6 to 12. And then we'll multiply it by 0.5, right? Because 1/2 is 0.5. And then we'll get our area. So this is what I'll do. This is the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And so we'll change the x to a, and that's what we want to find. So we have the 6, or the base, so that's going to be 6 squared, and then the hypotenuse is 10 squared. So 6 times 6 is 36, and we'll keep the a squared. And then 10 times 10 is 100. And then you subtract both sides. So this becomes 0. So now you have a squared. And all you have to do is subtract 100 minus 36. That's 64. And so the square root of 64 is 8, right? 8 times 8 is 64. So I figured out the height. So we have a height of 8 centimeters. I'll erase all this and write in the 8. So now we have this. So we go back to this triangle, the original triangle, and we know the height is 8. And now all you have to do is plug in the 8 as the height. The base is 12. And then the 1/2 is 0.5. So 12 times 8, so that's 16. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. We have 96. And then you multiply the 0.5. So 6 times 5 is 30. And 9 times 5 is 45. Plus 3 is 48. And so your answer, your area is 48. And there you go. That's the area, 48 centimeters squared. Don't forget that. So that is your answer to this tricky geometry question or math problem. What's the area of the triangle? 48 degrees. I mean, not 48 degrees, 48 centimeters square. And there you go. Now let's go ahead and tackle this PEMDAS problem, this PEMDAS tricky math problem. And some people will start with 19 minus 11, and that is incorrect. Do not start there. PEMDAS is saying that 11 times 4 goes first. So 11 times 4 is 44. That was easy. Next, I dropped the 19 minus. I have 44 already, divided by 8. PEMDAS is saying that 44 divided by 8 goes first. So there are different ways to do this. You can either use long division, so the 44 is the dividend and the 8 is the divisor. You can fit 8 into 44 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40, and then 44 minus 40 is 4, so you have a remainder 4. And I'll continue. So you can't fit 8 into 4, so the 4 needs to borrow a 0, and it becomes 40. You can fit 8 into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 equals 40, and 40 minus 40 is 0. So we have a 5.5 answer for this part of the math problem. Or you can write it as a mixed number. So you take the 5, that's the whole number. So or 5, the remainder goes above the fraction bar, and the 8 goes below the fraction bar. And you can break this 4 over 8 further. So half of 4 is 2, half of 8 is 4, half of 2 is 1, half of 4 is 2. And that's it. You can't break 1 over 2 more. You can't break down 1 over 2 further. So now you have 5, 1 over 2. Next, you bring down the 19. So 19 minus 5, 1 over 2. And here, some people make mistakes. They'll subtract 19 minus 5. So that's 9 minus 5, that's 4. And bring down the 1, or 1 minus 0 is 1. And so they think the answer is 14 1/2. So they just take this 1 over 2 and bring it closer to the 14, and then here's their mixed number answer. And then they'll multiply this to get the improper fraction answer. So that's 28 plus 1, 29. I just multiply. 14 times 2 is 28 plus 1, the numerator. That's 29 over, and then keep the denominator the same. And that's 29 over 2. Or it's 5.5 as the, oh no, that's not the answer. It's 14.5 as the answer, and that is incorrect. These three answers are not correct. Let me show you the butterfly method, and then I'll subtract the mixed number to the 19. So let me just use my hands to erase this. And then here's the butterfly method. You can turn this 19 into a fraction. So 19 over 1 does not change to 19. Minus, you turn this 44 divided by 8 into a fraction. So 44 over 8. And you can break this down further. So half of 44 is 22. Half of 8 is 4. Half of 22 is 11. And half of 4 is 2. And now you have 11 over 2. It's great when you can break these numbers down to smaller numbers. Easy money, I almost said easy money, easy math. So 11 over 2. Now I can use the butterfly method, and I'll use a different color to draw the wings, the antennas, and the body. And you multiply what's inside the wings, and then you write the results above the antennas. So the body always gives you the denominator. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I multiply 19 times 2. So 19 times 2, that's 9 times 2, that's 18. So you have 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So you have 38. So 38. And then 1 times 11 is 11. And then you subtract 38 minus 11. So that's 7, 3, that's 27. So we have 27 over 2 as our answer. And then you can use long division to figure this out. So you have 27 as the dividend and 2 as the divisor. You can fit how many times can 2 fit into 27? Well, I know that 2 times 10 is 20. So we're getting closer to 27. 2 times 12. So 2 times 12, let's just turn those numbers around. 12 times 2, that's 4, that's 24. 13 times 2, that's 6. That's 2 times 1, so that's 26. That's the closest we'll get to 27. So that's 13. 13. And that's 13 times 2 is 26. And then you have a remainder of 1. 27 minus 26 is 1. So you can write out your mixed number answer, 13. That's the whole number. The 1, the remainder, goes above the fraction bar, and then the 2 goes below the fraction bar. And this is your real answer. This is a mixed number answer, and this is correct. This is an improper fraction answer when the top number is bigger and the number below it is smaller. And now let's figure out the decimal. Well, that's easy. That's 13.5. And there you go. Now, going back to that shortcut where you divided 44 divided by 8. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to support. And if you already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you got the right answers, please hit that like button. And I'll continue solving the other part of the earlier part of the video where I divided 44 divided by 8, and then we got 5.5. And here's the tricky part. So yes, you do subtract 19 minus 5, but notice that you have 0.5. So this is what you'll do. So 19.0 minus 5.5, and then you just subtract. So this becomes 8, 9 becomes 8, and this becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Decimal, don't forget the decimal. And 8 minus 5 is 3. And 1 minus 0 is 1. So your answer is 13.5. And there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Also, what else did I miss? Something I missed. Oh, if you want to get the mixed number answer to this, let's see how we can do that. So let's do this. So we have 13.5 as the answer. Oh, this is what you got to do. So you got 1 over 2, and then you multiply 5 times 2 or 2 times 5, that's 10, plus 1, that's 11 over 2. And then you multiply 19 over 1. So then you multiply across. So 19 times 11. So 9 times 1 is 9. That's 1 times 1 is 1. You have 0. That's 9. That's 1. So 9. This is 10. And this becomes 2. Wow, that's a big number. So 209 over 2. Is that correct? Oh, let's do this again. Wait a minute. This might not be right. Uh-oh, I'm making this video longer than... We're making this video longer. Okay, let's do this. So this is... I made a mistake here. Okay, so I have... Let's see. Let's think here. So I have... This is right. This is right. And then 19 over 1 minus, and let's go back to 5, 4 over 8. Maybe that will help us. Let's see. Oh, all I have to do, what am I doing? So 19 minus 5 is 4. Oh, I just redid this. Okay, so I just redo. Oh my, I'm going backwards. Okay, I think that's it. That's the way I would answer this tricky math problem. If you have other ways, Put those in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.